Okay, so here's the deal. A couple weeks ago, I bought a Scion FR-S off the salvage auction. A lot of you guys actually were curious on how I did it. There's a lot of YouTubers, a lot of rebuild channels that are actually picking up a lot of traction. And it gets people like you and I excited about wanting to do this, buying a car a fifth of the price, fixing it, and then having a cool car for a fraction of the price. And here in my hand is the title for my Scion FR-S and also the receipt, so I will be showing you exactly what I paid for to the penny and how much I paid in fees, because that's a lot of money. I'm going to be using Copart as an example. There's other salvage action sites. Copart is not paying me for this video. I bought 2 cars from Copart, so I'm going to be going over some of the things that they don't tell you about and things you just kind of have to find out on your own by doing it. And no, I'm not a pro. I don't know a lot of things, but I know enough to spend money and make bad decisions. That's right, this video sponsor is Honey. Join Honey. I'm kidding. I wish. What was I saying? So we're gonna be using Copart as an example. Having a salvage title, if that doesn't bother you, this is a perfect place for you because you can buy pretty much anything and anything. You can buy Hellcats, Corvettes, you can buy Supras. Now Supras are always expensive everywhere. I still want one. If you have a project and you're trying to have a drift car or a drag car or a donor to just swap over to your project car, you can do this easily. Also, you can make money by parting out cars. I know a lot of my viewers are AS300 owners. You can get like a manual or even the wagon. You can just part it out and make a lot of money that way. That's which I wish I could do that, but I live in apartments and I have no space for it. Like, every time I see a manual AS300, I just like watch it from afar and be all creepy. The first thing I want to cover is signing up for Copart. I know it can be a little scary because you have to provide a driver's license, and that is the only weird thing. Just sign up. It's like making a Facebook. You can even go to your local Copart office and give them your driver's license, and they'll scan it for you and upload it to the system. Beware, if you find a car that you really want and you're in the process of signing up, the whole verification thing with your driver's license takes a couple days, sometimes weeks. I think it took 3 weeks for me. It's better to be ready and have your account set up than trying to rush it and possibly miss your auction date. One thing I've really underestimated is calling your Copart office, because they deal with people like me that they're trying to learn things and just see how everything works. Call them up, ask them. They're super nice people. Power of calling. I don't know why I keep wanting to do a Mustang. So now that you have your account made, this is where it trips a lot of people up, because people think you need to have money into your account, what they call buying power, to bid into cars, and that is technically true. For every $100 you keep in this pocket, that's $1,000 in your buying power. So you put $300 into your buying power pocket, you can bid up to $3,000 on the auction. So if you're trying to buy a Corvette, make sure you have, you know, a couple $100s in there. You could be bidding on a car and you could be maxed by your buying power like mid-auction, so you can just pretty much get capped out. Also, if you win a car at auction, buying power pocket, you can't use that money to pay for your car that you just won, if that makes sense. So if you put money into your buying power, don't rely on that money to, it's not lost money, but it's just money you can't touch unless you request it, and then it takes a couple days. Like back in the day when I made my account, I think this is still the case, I'm not really sure, but if you make an account, you get verified and everything, I think your buying power is set to 1,000 already, so you can start bidding on the cheaper cars. So don't be discouraged, you can always buy a $300 Corolla or Camry or something. So the last thing I wanted to brush on is the actual fees they have to pay on the cars. Just because you want a car at $300, it doesn't mean you're gonna pay $300. You're gonna pay a lot more, and it's pretty, I don't like it. Okay, so let's run with this $300 example. So say you make a free account with Copart, you get verified, and you find a $300 IS300, and you win it at $300, and you're excited because you think you got this really cool deal, and I think it still is a good deal, but there's actually a fees page that Copart has. So the $300 car fits in this bracket. Long story short, we're gonna be paying $120 on fees. So this $300 car is now $420. Like literally over a third of the car's worth is just fees, and the fees are not over because you still have other things that aren't on here, which I'll be going on my actual FR-S receipt. So yes, because you win a $300 car doesn't mean it's actually be $300. It's probably going to be worth almost $500 or $600. The moment you've been waiting for, like crashed FR-S, how much did I pay for that sucker? I really do think I overpaid for this, and I'm really scared, not scared to, embarrassed? No, I don't know what the right word is. Shy on it, on sharing, because I overpaid for it, and Okay, so let's go over this line by line. So as listed on this receipt, the sales price is the actual price you win it at auction. I happen to win my car at $3,000. $3,000 is a lot higher than my budget. I got in a bidding war and I took it personal, and I spent almost double what my budget was. So it only takes one person to get into a bidding war, and it can just... I'm still salty about this. If everything ended right here, I'd be a really happy customer. I got a 2013 Scion FR-S that's wrecked, but I got it for $3,000 and I'd be a super happy camper, and yeah, that's... Okay, so let's go down into the receipt, and this is where I start getting butterflies in my stomach. You know when you spend too much money and then you can't sleep at night? This is where they come. Buyer's fee is $600. If we look back at our handy dandy members fee page, so if you find a $3,000 bracket, you can see that I paid $600. Hey, Future Jason here. So my camera stopped recording for about 5 minutes, and I didn't notice it until I was editing the video, and I have no idea what I said. I guess I was rambling so hard my camera didn't want to listen to me. It's pretty sad. So if you can take one thing away from this video, it has to do with the buyer's fee. So the buyer's fee is based on the sales price, the auction price that you win the car at. You'll notice I've been paying on bracket C, and that's because I've been using the secure payment option, and that alone saved me like $175. I don't know about you, but $175 in my pocket sounds pretty good after getting destroyed by the other fees. So yeah, if you win a car and you see your total and price, typically that defaults to the category D. So what I did is I called Copart and be like, hey, this is the car I won. How much is it if I pay with the secure option? And then it saves you a couple bucks. Simple as that. That's the biggest thing you can take from this video. Pay with the secure option and it saves you money, like get a cashier's check or whatever. So the next thing on my receipt is the virtual bid fee. So this is $89 of actually slap in the face and saying, this is what I'm going to charge you for using our website. Realistically, I was laying in bed when I won the FRS. I was using my phone to bid and I won it that way. So I heard there's an actual way to avoid the $89 virtual fee. During your auction time, if you go to an actual Copart facility and use their computers. So if you win a car using their computers, you don't have to pay the virtual bid fee. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, but that's what I keep hearing. But it was raining and 9 in the morning, so I was in bed, so I didn't feel like being outside at the time. Okay, so the next thing is the gate fee, which is something you cannot avoid. Literally, when they go and pick up your car with the sketchy machines and they rattle your car around. If I can go back there and get the car myself so I can not spend the $60, and the answer, they won't let you. They have to bring it out. So fees are not over yet. You still get slapped. If you're good at math, you already know what the total is, but the grand total for my 2013 Scion FR-S with 1,000,000 miles is $4,004.13 for that paperweight that I drove for like 20 feet. So I literally paid over $1,000 in just fees and taxes and stuff. $4,000 would be cool if the car was fixed, but I still have to pay, you know, to get it fixed, and I have to go to get it inspected and all that stuff. So there's a lot of hoops I have to jump through, and granted, FRSs are still going for about $10,000. I've seen a couple high mileage examples going for $8,000, some rebuilt ones going for $7,000 usually. And from my research, about $3,000 is average for what people pay for them at auction. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, depending on condition. There's a big difference between saying I got a $3,000 FRS and a $4,000 FRS. So now you know. To wrap this up, this is what you can expect if you buy a $3,000 car. And again, your fees are not always going to be $1,000 if you get a cheaper car. I know I made the example of buying a $300 car earlier in the video, so the gate fee and the virtual bid fee are not going to change. The buyer's fee is $120, so it's closer to $600 after everything is said and done. So now you know a little bit more about buying cars at Copart. It really isn't that bad as long as you get a good deal and you stick to your budget like I didn't do. So if you're thinking about doing the same thing and going through Copart, you already know what to expect. Again, do your research, go to the members fees, and kind of plan everything out. So try not to be sucker punched by the fees, because they do suck, they do sting. I'm still salty. At the end of the day, I can't find a $4,000 FRS anywhere. If you have any more questions about Copart or my FRS or how I'm doing, let me know. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. But if you're still watching, thank you. You are the OGs of this channel, because Even my camera didn't want to listen to me earlier.